So the big topic this week with everybody was now that goals are established for not only like your financial goals, transaction goals, marketing, uh, everything. The big thing this week with everybody was that they've got these numbers that they know they need to hit, but how are they hitting them, or how can they hit them? And the biggest thing is that Justine and I have had with talking to you guys this week is we don't know how many actual calls we're making or how many posts or whatever it is. It's that data management, data tracking, because we can't fix something if we don't know where the weak points are. So one thing I've told every one of you this week is we want you tracking your daily activities. I know Steven said he's got a whiteboard. He wants to do it that way. Ryan's got his sheet. However, I am going to make this a requirement for everybody to use this sheet that I just created via Ren. I found a sales and marketing tracker that they had, and I've modified it a little bit to you guys and your goals. So every day, I want you guys pulling this up as you're doing your follow up, or at least a couple times a day, and you're filling out every one of these sections in the sheet daily. And it is, I originally said we'd kind of keep it private to keep everybody, but I've changed my mind. We're going to keep it open to everybody, or I am, because I'm making that decision. And so everyone can see everyone's goals and what activity they're doing. This is so there's competition and some drive behind it. So you can see how well Ryan's doing, or Steve's doing, or Mindy's doing, or all these new agents that are coming on board, to keep track of that and to motivate you and to push you. I have talked to Justine about in the future, doing some sort of competition. And at the end of the month, the winner of the competition, they get a gift card out to dinner, or they get $50 gas card or something to that effect. Still working out the details on that. But the biggest thing right now is getting everyone sticking to their goals and sticking to those daily numbers and putting a number to how you can achieve those daily contacts or conversations. So that being said, when you guys log in to your email, go into your drive. You should know how to get here. Go over to the left-hand side, go to shared drives. Right here, there should be, you might see two, you should see two. Everyone will have access to both. The training videos, or all the videos I've posted to YouTube that are in here, that's a different story. Those are for us to upload into the mentor program. The one I want you guys to focus on right now is the monthly goal tracking. Go into here, open up the ARE Sales and Marketing Tracker. This will bring up the spreadsheet. This top portion does have some information in here. However, it's not really need to know, because me and Riggsy will tackle the data portion and creating new calendars every month. But for now, this is set up for January. I have gone ahead and changed all of the blue. The blue is all the user input, and the gray is auto calculation. So don't touch anything in the gray. You don't even really need to touch these in the blue, because I've already set them based on everyone's goals. Everyone's goals are the same. I mean, everyone wants to make $100,000, and everyone has the same social media goals. So this is going to be the minimums you guys want to hit every month. And these numbers are monthly. They're broken down. So let's say you have 10 contacts per day, and you've gotten 5 of those conversations, but you've only made 20 phone calls. Well, you have to up your calls in order to achieve those 10 conversations a day, or going out and just meeting at some public place and having those additional conversations. But for argument's sake, I have things set that per month on personal style leads that you develop, family, friends, or anything that you cultivate, there's 400 calls. I would even go as far as text. Maybe somebody doesn't want to call, but they give you their number to text. I'll allow that, but you need to be able to prove it if push comes to shove, and we need to kind of audit some of that stuff. But 400 prospecting calls or texts to personal type leads, 600 to realtor.com leads. The realtor.com leads you get, that should be a fairly easy number to achieve, because when you get a lead that's not answering, you're calling, you're texting twice a day minimum for 2 weeks until they answer. Conversations, these are those contacts, 200 per month. Everyone's contact or conversations per week was 50, which breaks down to 10 per day. You want to have 10 conversations per day minimum on your for your prospecting stuffs. Good conversations. 7 appointments per month minimum is what you should be setting, and then just 20 meetings, and whether that's just quick meet and greets or whatever, those casual conversations. Appointments are the hard, buyer consults, listing consults, things like that. Get down here to the marketing. This is through Ren. I haven't quite gotten through this section all the way yet, so I'm not exactly sure what have met and not met means. So these ones won't count yet until I change them. I'll put some strikes through them. But what I would do maybe for these emails for the have met is do them as a thank you. Like, hey, thank you for taking the time to meet with me yesterday for the buyer's consult or whatever it was. Or this one, maybe you have someone that had to reschedule, email them like, hey, I know we haven't had a chance to meet yet. Thank you for letting me know you couldn't make yesterday's appointment. Does Tuesday at 4 work? Set those type. Email newsletter. This should be one because we do that once a month. Which that'll be an easy goal for everybody to hit. You can send out more. You can come up with your own newsletter. However, run it by somebody to make sure it looks good. What I would do is I might change this to a mass emails to everybody, to your entire database in what's it called now? Lion Desk. So you're getting those that much more touches on everybody. Sending out our off markets that we've been getting the last few weeks and our active listings has been huge. I sent it out to a couple hundred people, and the 5 to 10 responses I'm getting are actually good responses. So things like that you can do. Social media posts. This number is monthly, the 120, and that's based on 3 posts a day on both Facebook and Instagram. TikTok is not in there. I will add in that down here under social shares. I'll add on TikTok posts because those are I would like to see minimum one a week, if not one daily, on there to do the algorithm justice. But these are the monthly goals, and then one live a week, whether that's you do them all on Facebook or Instagram, I don't care, but jump on and do one live a week. Especially if you're doing an open house or you're going into a cool showing, something like that. Social media stories. That's 5 per account per day, so that works out to 200. So 5 on Insta, 5 on Facebook, minimum, and that's Monday through Friday. Now we get down here to Zoom parties or interviews. A lot of places will hold a virtual cocktail hour, or they'll hold some sort of virtual event. I want you guys to start getting into that mindset and maybe running those. Maybe run a virtual buyer's consult where you invite people on Facebook just to come on, jump on Zoom with you, so it's not so intimidating for them. Things like that. Anything with the strike through it, we're not counting right now because this is more advanced stuff. And we can do this more and more as sales pick up and you've got more money to work with marketing. We're just talking bare bones. Note cards, send one a week. Send a thank you, a handwritten thank you to someone for a buyer's consult real quick. Go to Dollar Tree, grab a thank you card for $1, get a stamp for 50 cents, send it out. Buy a $5 gift card, toss it in there and send it. Open houses. This is going to be a big goal for everyone. I would like to see everyone doing 2. This is one we have not talked about. However, these are huge. I've got 4 current listings right now. Feel free to jump on and do an open house real quick on some of them, or reach out to other houses in your area and ask the agents to do open houses with. The other thing that I have is I would like everyone to do 5 CMAs per week. So that's 20 per month. That's once a day, or if you want to meet up on Mondays with everybody and batch them out, do that too. And then you get down here. Here is the actual transactional and appointment goals for everybody. You will want to, these are based on everyone's numbers here that I've inputted, so you don't even need to change them. I would take, unless you're upping them. Unless you want to increase these numbers, great. Otherwise, don't decrease them. These are your minimum benchmarks for the month. Now, obviously, in January, you could get pending volume, 2-3 houses for 500,000 and get your pending income or pended gross commission being that. However, the likelihood of you closing, 500,000, 2-3 homes this month, going to be slim. But again, these are tracking numbers. So moving forward, come February, you should be starting to hit some of these goals, especially as we move into March and April. Then you'll really start hitting all of these goals. But, for the month of January, closed for, I think, pretty much everyone at this point, probably not going to happen unless you get a quick cash deal. It is broken down then into daily. This starts on January 3rd, which, let me check my calendar, make sure it's the right day. So it starts Tuesday. I want this to actually start. Wrong year. That's why. We're going to start this on Monday, January 2nd. Again, you guys don't need to change this. Leave all that there. But then as you come in here, put in here, I made 25 prospecting calls to personal leads, and that's going to auto calculate what percentage of goals you hit. Same with all the way down. Keep track of the number of calls and texts that you guys are making, so then we can see where things are at and help tailor your guys's plans with. But use this down at the bottom. So this first page is actually the master page that I'm going to set up to auto tally all of your individual pages, so we can see, as a brokerage, how many calls we're making daily, how many of these things we're doing on a daily thing. But this main page, the master page down here in the tabs, that is for, that won't be editable by you guys. That'll just keep track of everyone's daily tasks. But down here, you'll see I have made tabs for every single person. So there's Ryan, Steve, Mindy, and even you, Allie. Some of this stuff is going to be different. I'll work with you to tailor this towards your specific goals because you're a TC and an ISA, so things are different for you. But Steve and Ryan and Mindy, you all can view each other's and use that as motivation. Be like, oh, Ryan made 20 calls today. I'm going to make 25. And that way it's all out in the open. And we can see kind of where everybody's at and help hold everybody accountable, because that's the biggest thing we're seeing week to week is you're doing part of each thing, but we're not getting full commitment to everything. So I thinking this will help. And then again, it's going to be a competition, so we'll figure something out for the top agent that month, as far as some sort of reward moving forward. If you have any questions on this, let me know. But effective Monday, start when you're doing your follow-ups in the morning and all of that, start tracking everything right here in this sheet.